Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Top 10 Tuesdays. DBougie86 here again. And this week we were supposed to do, I think, British horror, but I got kind of a mix up with it. And I didn't have time to really prep for that list. I'll be doing that list next week for you guys. So, what I decided to do, since I actually had these all out already, was do my top 10 most watched Blu-Rays in my collection. Now, what that means is I don't think that these are like the best Blu-Rays ever or like the most awesomest transfers. It's just the ones that I watch all the time when it's not a film that I'm reviewing, or just in general, it's like some of my favorite films in this list. So it works out, and it's ones I just watch and stuff. And with that being said, let's just get into this list now. At number 10, we have Gene Roland's The Grapes of Death. If you haven't seen this film before, it involves like this plague that's going through like the French countryside, and it like turns the people into like zombies in a way. Like they're like, it's like a disease going on, and people get contagious and start going on murderous rampages. Now, this film has an amazing atmosphere that I ever seen in a film. It's beautifully shot. Gene Roland really did a great job directing it, and it's one of my most watched films on Blu-ray because it's actually is the first time I actually seen it. I won't lie, I know they had a DVD version of it back in the day, but since I collect the Redemption Blu-ray line, it's stellar, and it's one of my most watched of that line actually. I watch a few Gene Roland films. This is one of my favorites. So yeah, The Grapes of Death at number 10. At number 9, we actually have a newer film that I actually really loved, and I was actually crazy because it's a company that I actually do love and stuff, and it's actually their first Blu-ray, and that's Call Girl of Cthulhu. It was put out by Can't Motion Pictures. If you haven't seen this film, it's directed by Chris LaMartina, of course, who directed President's Day and Witch's Brew, which are two films I actually never seen, to be honest. But I really dug this one. It's like a H.P. Lovecraftian type story where this call girl is actually the chosen one to be like the bearer of the child of Cthulhu. And I gotta say, this film looks great on Blu-ray. I won't even lie. It has a lot of like, it is a low budget film, of course, but it has a lot of like cool colors that go with the story, and it looks great. Really dug Call Girl to Kulu. I always watch this film. Still grows on my list each time I check it out and stuff. It's really one of my favorites. That's a number 9. Number 8, we have one of my favorite films as a kid and shit, of course, and that is Godzilla versus Gigan. Sorry about that. Yeah, Godzilla versus Gigan. Love this film. If you haven't know about like this company Kraken releasing, they do outstanding transfers, man. They're like some of the best, and like all three of the Godzilla films that they released so far, like the Smog Monster and the Sea Monster one, Ibra. They all look fucking fantastic, but this one's my personal one of my favorite films from the old Godzilla films, and it just looks fucking amazing on Blu-ray, and I just watch this over and over again because it's just one of my favorite films. Love me some Gigan. That's at number 8. Number 7, we have a very interesting choice, I gotta say, and that, of course, is Twins of Evil. This is put out by Synapse, of course, who might make an appearance later in the list. And this is actually one of my favorite vampire films of all time. It's just outstanding. I love how the story goes with like these two twins, and one of them ends up waking up like this, going to this vampire's house and becoming like it's his wife, and it has that twin aspect, which they don't know which one is the vampire at the time. Really cool story, and the transfer is beautiful. Of course, if you know Synapse, they always do great transfers. So yeah, Twins of Evil, awesome stuff. Love me that film with some Peter Cushing up in that. That was at number 10, 9, 8. That was at number 7. Number 6, we have actually one of my favorite films of all time, of course, and that is Night of the Demons, released by Scream Factory. Really great release by Scream Factory, I have to say. Tons of great interviews with behind the scenes of the film with, of course, the director Kevin Tenney, the producers, the stars, Leanna Quigley, Amelia Kincaid. List goes on, and really interesting stories that I didn't even know about this film. Really love this edition. Great release by Scream Factory right there. That's at number 6. Number 5, we go all the way to the UK with Zombie 3. Yes. If you haven't grabbed this yet, fucking outstanding edition by 88 Films. Of course, this is region locked, but I have a region free player. If you own the old Shriek Show DVD of this, you know some of the cutscenes were done with like a Japanese VCR because they were cut, and Shriek Show didn't have like the best quality prints for those scenes. Those cutscenes are fucking restored and look amazing on this Blu-ray. It's outstanding what they did with this, because I had like the Shriek Show DVD for years, and the first moment I popped this in, it was just amazing, like to watch this film in like this HD transfer, and it's really well done and excitingly fucking awesome. I recommend this release from 88 Films of Zombie 3, also known as Zombie 2, of course. You know that story. That's at number 5. Number 4, we go to the land of Japan and another UK company that I grew to love. And that film, of course, is Shina Taskomato's Snake of June. Outstanding transfer. Of course, this film is kind of in black and white, but it's not at the same time because there's like blue tinges in it. It's like shot all in like this blue tinge, like black and white. And it's, of course, the transfer is in like full screen, but the transfer is fucking outstanding on this release. I watched this film so many times since I got this, after I actually did a review on this release from on my channel. Check out their review, it's under my random reviews. And I gotta say, this Blu-ray is just outstanding. It has a great like interview with the director, and he actually stepped in and actually took into the restoration of this release. Fucking outstanding. If you don't know about Third Window Films, they put a lot of great Asian films on Blu-ray, like some Sonia Sono films and a lot of good Shino Tascamato films. And I'm excited for that new one, Peace and Love, that they just released. I have to actually pick that up soon. Fucking outstanding company and great release, and that's why it's at number 4. Number 3, of course, we have one of my favorite films growing up, and that is Lamberto Bava's Demon. I have the Synapse Steelbook edition. Really great edition. Expensive, of course, because, you know, Synapse and their prices. But really outstanding. The only reason I really bought this was because I love this film and I wanted the features. The standard Blu-ray does look good. It's the same transfer and everything. But I had to get this for just the features because I really do love this film. And really outstanding transfer from Synapse as always. And really fucking great release. And the soundtrack really kicks off that with that transfer and the sound mix. That's at number 3. Number 2, we have one that's I actually just got in my collection last month, and I've been watching it ever since, and it's one of my favorite giallos of all time. And that, of course, is Dario Argento's Deep Red. This is the limited edition from Arrow Video UK. Outstanding edition, man. It just fucking pops. Love that cover art also. And the transfer is really, really good on this because I actually own the Blue Underground Blu-ray of this also. I do have multiple editions of this movie, I won't lie. And this is the best it's ever looked. And it's loaded with features, and it even comes with a soundtrack, which is a plus. So again, number 2, Deep Red. And number 1, of course, is Lucio Fulci's The Beyond. Now, the last time I seen this film, of course, was on VHS. and I never got the Grindhouse release and DVD of it because it was kind of a little too much price for my price range of stuff. So when they announced this, I was stoked and I pre-ordered it, and I'm glad I did. And this edition is outstanding. Again, it comes with the soundtrack by Fabio Frizzi, and the Blu-ray transfer is outstanding. And it has a loaded with special features, which I watch all the time and love this film for the passion. Of course, my number one should probably be Zombie because it is technically my favorite horror film of all time. But I have like a standard edition Blu-ray of that, and I really want like a really cool edition of that film. I only have like the standard Blue Underground. The transfer is good and all, but really love the Beyond. It's like my second favorite Fulci film of all time. Fuck it, outstanding release from Grindhouse releasing. Alright guys, that's it for this list. I hope you enjoyed it. A few honorable mentions. Of course, I have them in hand. We got Vampire Circus. Really great release from Synapse again. One of my other favorite vampire flicks of all time. Double feature from Scream Factory, Empire of the Ants and Jaws of Satan. I always watch this all the time. Curtains, really, I know this had like shitty transfers and shit, but this transfer is amazing. And I only seen this since VHS days, and fucking awesome. New York Ripper from Blue Underground. One of my favorite releases. The transfer on this is really good. Wish it had a little more special features for my taste, but it's actually another one of my favorite Fulci films. So yeah, I watch that Blu-ray all the time. And another Shino Toscamato double feature of Tessio and Tessio 2. Outstanding release and outstanding fucking thing. I love all the slip boxes. It's another one I watch all the time. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, I'll see you next video. Peace out.